Borders may look like just lines on a map, but some of them divide worlds that couldn't be more different. Whether it's wealth, culture, politics, or even climate, the contrast across these borders is truly mind-blowing. In this countdown, we're diving into the top 10 borders with the most striking differences on each side. Number 10. Norway-Russia border. High above the Arctic Circle lies one of Europe's strangest frontiers. On one side, Norway, a democratic nation glowing with modern infrastructure, Teslas and cozy cabins. On the other, Russia, where the town of Boris Gleb sits quietly under the watch of armed guards and concrete housing blocks. In Norway's Kirkenes, life hums with saunas and supermarkets. Across the river, it's muted, grey and suspicious. Though they share a peaceful silence, this boundary is where NATO meets authoritarianism. It looks tranquil, but the political tension runs deep beneath the icy surface. Number 9. Gibraltar-Spain border. This tiny border packs a punch. At just over a kilometre long, it separates British Gibraltar from mainland Spain. What makes it so unique? The runway of Gibraltar's airport runs right through the border. When planes take off, traffic stops. Culturally, it's surreal too. Red telephone boxes and fish and chips on one side, Spanish tapas and siestas on the other. Gibraltar runs on pounds and British law, while Spain is fully in the Eurozone. Though the two sides cooperate, centuries of colonial tension still simmer, making this one of the most symbolically charged lines in Europe. Number 8. Brazil-France, French Guiana border. Did you know South America shares a land border with Europe? Technically, yes. French Guiana is part of France and thus the EU. On one side of the Oiapoque River lies Brazil, dusty streets, limited infrastructure and informal economies. On the French side, paved roads, clinics and schools that vote in French elections. The bridge connecting them shows the stark reality. Crossing it means stepping from the developing world into a European outpost in the jungle. Number 7. UAE-Oman border. The border between the UAE and Oman is like a desert riddle. In the towns of Al Ain in Biraymi, roads, homes and families used to blend seamlessly. But now fences, checkpoints and visa restrictions draw a hard line between two very different realities. On the UAE side, gleaming malls, palm-lined streets and glass towers. On the Omani side, dusty roads, open-air markets and modest low-rises. They're neighbours, allies even, but the daily contrast is like flipping between two visions of the Arabian future. Number 6. China-Hong Kong border. One river, two systems. The border between China and Hong Kong is a modern paradox. Cross from Shenzhen into Hong Kong and suddenly you're in a world of open internet, international finance and civil liberties. Or at least you were while the legal divide remains. Recent years have blurred the line. Surveillance, censorship and mainland influence have crept in. Still, the border at Lo Wu Station remains a striking checkpoint where skyscrapers and freedoms rise on one side and strict state control looms on the other. Number 5. Belgium-Netherlands border. Welcome to Bale, a jigsaw puzzle of international borders. Here, Dutch and Belgian enclaves are so tangled they cut through buildings, cafes and even bedrooms. You can sip coffee in Belgium and pay your bill in the Netherlands without leaving your chair. Street markings tell you which country you're in, but there's no physical barrier. Despite the complexity, both sides live in harmony, making this one of the quickest yet most functional borders in the world. Number 4. China-North Korea. Separated by the Yalu River, Dangjong in China buzzes with neon lights and modern life. Across the river, North Korea's Sinuiju feels like another century, dim, silent and tightly surveilled. The river marks more than a boundary, it's a visual shock. Dangdong's skyline glows at night, while Sinuiju is nearly pitch black. A single bridge connects them, often empty but heavily monitored. It's a border of contrast between freedom and control, commerce and silence. Number 3. US-Canada, Derby Line and Stansted. In Derby Line, Vermont and Stansted, Quebec, the border literally runs through buildings. The local library has an entrance in the US and reading room in Canada. Residents mow lawns and walk dogs across the international line. Once it was charming, but post 9/11 surveillance increased. Now cameras watch what used to be casual crossings. Still, it remains a border of unity where neighbors share stories across a black line of tape. Number 2. China-Nepal Mount Everest Summit. At the top of the world, a border slices Mount Everest in two. On the Nepalese side, a spiritual, rugged climb through villages and monasteries. On the Chinese side, a highly regulated route through Tibet reached by paved roads and permits. The summit is shared, but the journey is worlds apart. One side offers chaotic charm, the other state-controlled precision. Even at 29,000 feet, the geopolitical divide remains sharp. Number 1. South Africa-Lesotho border. The most mind-blowing border lies not across space, but altitude. Lesotho is entirely above 3,000 feet, a mountain kingdom encircled by South Africa. Cross from modern South African highways into Lesotho and you climb into a land of gravel roads, stone huts and snow-capped peaks. The border at Sane Pass is among the highest and most treacherous in the world. There's no wall here, just a winding path from city life into the clouds. It's a border defined not by conflict, but by elevation. Which border did we miss? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe and unleash your wanderlust by watching our latest video. Have a great one!